So in this video, I'd like to show you a new update for my Caracal conflict game mode. Okay, so what's new? So when you open an inventory like that, you can see here the statistics. Character name, lifetime, average lifetime, blue and red. And that little word saying common. In a few seconds, it's going to change. So and the other important number is this number over here. It says HQ supply rate. Okay, and I'm going to just build something so the supplies go down a bit. Okay, now you can see here the base rate is 7 points plus 0. In a few seconds, that number here should change. Uncommon. You can see here now it says +1. So I created this system where the game tracks your lifetime for a character, and then it tracks the lifetime or the averages out of all the lifetimes for all the players for each faction. And then it calculates an average for that. And now I currently accelerated the numbers, so it goes faster, so I can show you the effect in the video. Basically what it does is every 20 minutes, you level up one survival level. And they use common terminology like RPG games, like I think common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and mythic. And even use standard colors that most of those games use. And for each level that your team has, now focus here is your team is, say, rare. And it should go up now. You get a flat bonus of +1 point. And the base rate in the normal conflict mode is 10 points for the main base. And I set it down to 7. So if you want to get the same supply rate as in normal conflict in the main base, you would have an average of at least 1 hour survival time on average for your entire team. Anything below that, you're running low on supplies. And the reason I added that on top of the other systems for my custom game mode is because I want to give players a reason to get attached to their character, so they want to stay alive, and also extend that and combine it with team play. Because at this point, I'm basically harnessing the player's desire for having access to good equipment and supplies so they can get what they want, and putting the responsibility on that access on the entire team. And that responsibility is defined by keeping yourself alive and keeping your teammates alive. And this is live right now on my server. And you can find the server if you go to the server browser and you type in Caracal. And it has to be on the 1.3 patch experimental. And you have to go here to settings, gameplay, and make sure crossplay is enabled so it shows up in your server browser. I think this would create a much better environment for real team play, because players aren't shaming each other into playing a certain way. Or like if you look at some of Twitter posts by the developers, where basically it is considered rude to help another player to unload supplies from the truck, because the way they coded it, if the truck driver drives here and somebody else unloads it, you're basically stealing the experience points from the truck driver. And that's a really bad way to code team play, because now people are jealously guarding each other's opportunity to get rank, so they can later do what they want and not do any team play at all. So for example, with the current incentive structure in 1.3 in standard conflict, you incentivize at the beginning of the match to drive trucks, to pretend you want to be a team player driving supplies. And then when you get the rank you want, you run off as a lieutenant and get a PKMN with a scope on it and do whatever you want. And the same is with unlocking vehicles. So for example, if you want to unlock let's say you want to unlock a rocket helicopter, then you first have to go through the procedure of doing random grindy things you don't want to do just to get access to it. And some players might say, yeah, it's a good thing because you have to earn it. But I think it's a bad idea, because what if the game starts and there's a dedicated truck driver who wants to drive trucks and be a supply driver because he likes doing it, and there's another player who likes to be a helicopter pilot or a specialized operator of a BTR or something. And the way the game is currently set up in standard conflict is that they have to fight each other over access to different parts of the game just so they can later do what they want. And that's one of the motivations for my mod here. I'm trying to move all these gaming restrictions out of the way and create a type of team play where the incentive is positive. It means you want to help other players so the entire team gets access to better resources.